hello everyone, welcome back to Spire. We're going to do a daily today. Oops, daily's over here. And I haven't done vintage before. Normal enemies drop relics instead of cards. Not quite sure what to do about this. Shiny as well is like kind of interesting. Like, it seems really hard to get new cards this way. When you fight an elite, you get cards or bosses. But not very many. You only get 2, and your starting deck, I don't know. Watcher's rare cards are obviously very good, though, so we'll see what we can do with this. And shops also will give you... Okay, so we can get 2 elites on the left, which is what we want. And I think we should aim for fights, not question marks. Yeah, seems reasonable. Oh my god. I have a bunch of, you know, unsurprisingly, a bunch of rare cards. Alright, so what in my deck does damage? Not that many things. At the moment, we have lethal on this guy. That's no problem. I'm just, like, looking around to see what I can do. Right, we can just Brilliance plus Judgment. Is there any reason to try to do something else? I don't think I have enough energy to, like, I don't know, get Lesson Learned to go off or something. I guess if I scrawl drawing Deus Ex Machina and some other stuff, maybe something could happen, right? So let's try to set up for that, while retaining the possibility to play Judgment. It doesn't work. I counted wrong. Okay, we definitely need 1 more damage. I regret everything. Or wait, do I? It's just like, if I had not played that attack, I could play it while in Divinity now. I think that, like, the lethal plan here is, sadly, Divinity, Lesson Learned, and then Judged for 1. Or maybe, I mean, can I block? Like, I don't have any block, I think, in the whole deck. I have Spirit Shield. Okay. So, I don't know, getting Lesson Learned to go off is going to be an important part of this deck, it seems like, this run. But let's get out of this fight without any damage. We have the energy for this, right? We'll have 4, yes, that's plenty. No way to do anything fancy. Yeah. If I'd scrawled before attacking, then I could have actually made Lesson Learned go off. But I would have had less chance to draw Deus Ex Machina, which is what I thought was important. I guess it wasn't, though. Anyway, here we go. Bag of Marbles. Well, that's a nice start. This doesn't exhaust, but playing it doesn't really matter. What if I were to use my turn on Omniscience? What would I take 2 copies of? Looks like I don't have any damage at the moment. How much is 2 Ragnaroks? 50? I guess it's too much because of Vulnerable. I'm trying to find some way to get Lesson Learned to go off is all. Double Brilliance to get some damage in. That would be 18 twice is 36. He would be at 17? Lesson learned still doesn't kill unless I happen to draw it with Blasphemy. But Ragnarok's an out. It's kind of my own. Oh, yeah, those are my 2 outs. There's Scrawl, but it wouldn't draw 2 attacks, it would draw just 1. Because it wouldn't have the energy to play them both. Well, no, that's not true. If I drew Blasphemy with the Scrawl and Lesson Learned, then I would be able to Blasphemy Lesson Learned after scrawling. So maybe we'll try that. We could obviously Vault. And keep him vulnerable for a turn. And just try again to draw something good. But I'd rather get in like 36 damage, I think. Because right now, like, Lesson Learned with Divinity doesn't kill him. So there's not much point in trying to redraw to it. This is a pretty crummy starting deck. It just doesn't do enough. I don't know. Well, we found lethal. It has a lot of great cards, but they're not really the foundation of a deck. And we can't get any more. This should be exciting. Well, we should probably just block and wish for gold? Or play Expunger? Or make an Expunger? I don't know if I want that. Right, it would. I mean, I could make it do like 18 damage with 1 miracle, but I want gold because, like, that's where I'm getting my cards. Is I have to buy them all. Except elites. I get a couple from elites, but not very many. Okay, we can judge this guy. And what else? We could hope for Blasphemy. Actually, can we set it up? I need to draw 7 cards, which means I need 3 in hand when I scroll. After scrolling. So I can already do that. I can draw everything. If I just judge, scroll. Judge, miracle, scroll. And the energy that I'll have left of that is 1, 2. Plenty to play Blasphemy, Lesson Learned. Okay. We upgraded something. An innate alpha! I mean, that is damage, I guess. Huh. I don't know. Be careful what you wish for, really. Anyway, take me to the shop, please. Give me some cards. Crush joints? Just like anything that attacks? Foresight to scry? Discard all my starting cards? I don't know. Could remove one of my worst cards, like Conjure Blade. Conjure Blade can be very strong in the right circumstances, but they're very rare circumstances. Doesn't even retain. Unbelievable. I think I am just taking all the damage. Insight wouldn't be the end of the world either. It blocks and then later I can draw? Sure. I really don't think Alpha is very good. I can take no damage here if I just Omniscience for Ragnarok. Or I could Omniscience for gold. Via Wish. Or I could do various other things, like block some of it, set up Alpha. I really don't don't want to use this at all. This is fine for killing bosses, but it's just a lot of turns to set up against a normal enemy. I think this run is like, I mean, technically we're still at full health, but it's not an easy run. The deck is just like barely managing to squeak out wins against hallway fights, and we can't really make it better. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and like do something that doesn't cost me any health, even if it means missing out on a chance to like upgrade something. I don't know. Am I really that big a wimp? The problem is if I like don't kill him now, how am I ever gonna kill him? Like 2 Ragnaroks is a pretty good deal, I think, and the guy being vulnerable for it is nice as well. Orichalcum is great. We go this way. What might I want to Omniscience for? Probably gold, right? I would like to try and actually kill this guy because I can still block, even if I Omniscience. I guess I could not play this and save all my miracles, or most of my miracles, and still get to... I would take 4 damage. But that's not too bad. Yeah, we can afford to spend a little health on this guy in the hopes of getting an upgrade. I think I want to weaken you? Well, maybe I should just play Ragnarok to make Lesson Learned more likely to actually kill. $25 means Divinity Ragnarok is lethal. And then I can Miracle this out as well. It doesn't block anymore, but it gives me an insight to make it more likely that I draw everything. Well, the 2 cards that I want to draw anyway. We did it! Paid 8 health to get an upgrade, that's well worth it. Just double check, this is 30, yep. Okay. Preserved Insect, I guess that's fine. Yes. I mean, most of my deck is curses anyway. I have Darkstone Periapt. I could just take it. But obviously the greedy... Well, I think the greedy play is to just take the damage, and I think I should do that. We seem to be, like, doing fairly okay still in this early game, and, like, I can hope to make it through the act without healing. I'll try it. You know, worst case scenario, the daily's extra short, which, given how miserable the start is, wouldn't be so bad. Now, can I not just Blasphemy and then Omniscience for Lesson Learned? I have the energy, right? And Lesson Learned would deal 30 twice, which is 60, but he's vulnerable, so actually it's 90? Just double check. It's in my deck, right? Okay. It would be an embarrassing mistake to make. Okay. Omamori. I probably still want that, right? Darkstone Parry after giving me more max HP is compensation for the curse. It's not a reason to take a curse. Oh my god, a conclude. It doesn't help with Lesson Learned, but it helps me get to a turn where Lesson Learned might do something. Pantograph? Okay, I'm definitely being rewarded for not... for just taking the damage. I think it's very valuable to upgrade Blasphemy, because that makes it so much easier to collide with either Lesson Learned or Omniscience Lesson Learned. I can't conclude and then judge them, huh? But I can judge this guy. And then conclude and pass, basically? Well, I may as well Establishment. I guess I could have considered using a Swift Potion to make it easier to do something, but eh. Okay, Omniscience Lesson Learned is not quite it, right? It's only 20 damage. And I don't have enough energy to play anything else if I do that. But Miracle Scrawl, Crush Joints, 8 and 15 is actually not quite enough. Well, I don't know what else I'm doing with this turn. I guess I could Omniscience for gold. Instead of trying for lethal. Yeah, let's Omniscience for gold. It's kind of annoying, actually. I have, like, a total of 5 energy to spend. 6 energy, right? And I have 1 for 6 that I want to spend on. And this is enough damage to kill, but I can't play it in the right order to get Lesson Learned to go off. What you want to do is Ragnarok, then Blasphemy, then Lesson Learned. But it doesn't work, because you don't get the energy then. What if I just Ragnarok, commit to maybe taking a little more damage? I have Vault after all. I think I'm going to just try to get Lesson Learned to go off again. I think Sash Whip is worth miracling to get him doing a bit less damage, so that it's easier to skip through next turn as well. And honestly, like, why don't I just play Evaluate as well? I don't need my energy for much of anything else. Why am I even vaulting? It's a vault for 1? Would I pay 1 damage to keep a miracle in hand? No, I wouldn't, right? So we're just gonna vault here. Okay. In some sense, you'd like to play Scrawl before Insight? How do I maximize my chances of drawing Lesson Learned? I mean, I guess the answer is, like, just don't play anything, lol. Like, right? Just Scrawl, and if you get it, you can play it this turn. If you don't, you can play it later. Alright, we did it. Didn't even need the Blasphemy, I guess. Devaform Plus, that makes it not ethereal, I guess? I don't think I want to do Zoo Bracelet. I'm perfectly happy to face normal enemies. I mean, the Alpha Beta Omega thing could be okay. It would kill them reasonably quickly. Alternatively, we could try, like, Devotion. I just don't have enough attacks to make that good. I don't know. I could also just take a little... No, I don't want to take damage here, because getting perfects on these guys is worth points. So let's just... Why does it deal 16? It's upgraded, that's why. Let's see if we can just do an alright job here. I don't have very high hopes, but I can hope for an alright job. I mean, I gotta say, I don't think Blasphemy is winning for me here. Although, maybe it is. With Omniscience for Lesson Learned? Could I kill this guy with a Sash Whip? No. Oh wait, he only has 30 health. So Lesson Learned would kill him. So all I have to do is kill this guy. Which I can. So Blasphemy here. Blasphemy Sash Whip here. He dies. And then Omniscience, the Lesson Learned, and it has to target these two for 30 each. Double checking. Yes. Okay. I get 2 card upgrades. I don't get Wish, but that's alright. I get through this fight with no damage. Hello, where is it? There it is. Whew. I was like, did I already draw it and I made a mistake? The answer is no. Omniscience involved, good upgrades, I guess. More concludes? I think I might actually prefer a block. I don't know. I have more Calcum. I'll take this. Scrying 3 is probably good. I could Omniscience for what? If I hit Lesson Learned, it might kill them both. I think we just Ragnarok here. See what happens. Fine. It's not amazing, but taking damage in the hallway fight isn't the end of the world. It's actually better not to play this. But I want to scrawl. Okay, well, not scrawl. I want to scry. Well, we get these two. That's all we needed. May as well devotion. No use playing any of these cards except Blasphemy Lesson Learned. Wish Plus, okay. Molten Egg. Doesn't go off very often. Now, Ancient Potion, the artifact does not work against Blasphemy. I think that worked when they first created the card, but it was very quickly nerfed. Now the Blasphemy effect counts as a buff, not a nerf, even though it's obviously bad for you to avoid this. So I'll just not take it. The cards I have the potions I have are better. Brilliance is one of the few cards I don't want to give up. Take my Swift Potion, I think. I hope to use this gold to gain cards. I don't know, I guess I could have not gained the relic because I have loads, but I'm only at 30 health. I guess I could die? Maybe I should rest? I took a fair amount of damage over these. No, I have pantograph. Okay. What do we need? Keep him vulnerable longer? Sure. What does this do when you upgrade it? Just X+1, no big deal. Alright, we've drawn an Omniscience. And we have nothing else to do with this turn anyway. I guess we could Alpha. Alpha and then Omniscience the beta. That'd be a way to get through the fight quickly. Not without damage, but quickly. The greedy play is like Omniscience a Wish, but I don't really have that much confidence in this deck. You know, how are we going to do this much damage with only like 3 attack cards in the whole deck or whatever? So I think I'll go with that actually. Well, I don't have any blocks. Let's use a potion. Which potion? Good question. They're both pretty similar. I just want to use them to hit decent skills. I already discarded the spirit whatever from or used the spirit shield from my hand, my deck. So like that's the card I would most want to hit right now. And I can't hit it with the Swift Potion, so we'll try skill first. More alphas not looking very good. Block and safety is something, I guess. Blocks for 16, but it's not going to get me... I mean, I don't know. It's better than anything else, clearly. Oh, that's what we're drawing this turn, huh? Okay. Well, I'll block as much as I can, and then just play an Omega. But in another order, just to make things confusing. And then I don't see much need to miracle out anything else. Devotion, I don't know. 5 turns from now, the combat's going to be over, so not very useful. Could just Brilliance to do like 16 damage. Oh, actually, we're not taking damage. I'm so foolish. The Omega makes him stop attacking. All right. Well, I should have not played the safeties then. That would have been great to have this turn. Yeah, I think I probably, I don't know. It wouldn't have gotten me through 2 turns of attacks, so I guess I'm taking damage in this fight regardless. Well, actually, Third Eye plus Deceive Reality would have blocked this turn, Safety would have blocked the next turn, and then I think I probably would have killed him. So I think I missed my chance to get a perfect on this. I guess it's not over. Like, I could scrawl into Vault and then next turn draw something good, but there's nothing good left. So we'll just try to finish things quickly, I guess. Why do that? He's blocked? I was like, we'll add some vulnerable, which I guess fine, but doesn't seem worth it to me. I mean, these all suck. I don't know, my old deck sucks. What am I looking for? I found a card that does something. So we'd like to set it up so that we have, so that he's 30 damage away from being killed. Can we do that? I could do 16 and 12. That would be 28. And then 50 more would be 78. That would put him at 31. But also, he's going to gain his block this turn, right? So he'll actually have like 31 health and 20 block. I don't see that really working out. I don't have any other damage in the deck right now. So I don't think we get Lesson Learned to go off next turn. Therefore we can wait 2 turns and hope to get it to go off then, which means we play nothing now. May as well play Day Before. I wonder what's it's an Insight Plus, draw 3 cards? Yep, not bad. I mean, he's dead next turn, so I don't want to like shuffle a useless attack in there. I just want to wait again and see if I can get through the deck and happen to top deck this guy. Yeah. Well, actually, how much health is he going to be at? 49? I think I want to do a little damage here. Just so that he's vulnerable next turn. And then Divinity of this would actually kill him. Oh, yeah, that's right. Order? We play everything that isn't Insight, so that Sprawl draws more. I think we can afford to play the Omega as well. Because I need 0 energy to actually kill him. Oh, that's not true. I need... Well, yeah, because this Blasphemy is giving me... Okay. The remaining energy. Anything else I should do? I could block, but there's no reason to. I could try to set up nunchucks, I guess. If I was going to do that, it should have been before I entered Divinity, of course. More lesson learned or more omniscience? Those are like the only two cards I look forward to drawing. Well, that and blasphemy. I think omniscience is the more flexible choice. Because sometimes it can play lesson learned twice anyway, and eventually our deck should be full of only upgraded cards, so... Oh, Snecko Eye should be great. Snecko Eye for all these omnisciences and stuff, yeah. It's gonna make Establishment also fine, I guess, because if you retain Blasphemy, stuff is gonna get cheaper eventually, yeah. Snecko Eye is a little bad for Blasphemy, but it's good for pretty much everything else. That's not even that bad for Blasphemy. The average cost is 1.5 instead of 1. Okay, so shops are also pretty important. We can get a fair number of things on the left side. Shop, elite, elite, shop is kind of the idea, I think. Start here to hit more relics. I mean, I don't know. What the question mark gives you could be more valuable than a relic, but this is like a guaranteed relic, so you just stack up enough of those and eventually you win. Ugh. Well, okay, I mean, I can't complain too much about a zero-cost Deva form, I suppose. I can't even quite kill him. Tripling this would be 48 and he's got 60, so... The question is, do we, like, play any of this? I guess we should scry. It's more important than Master Reality, which never does anything. What even is an Alpha Plus? Or a Beta Plus, rather? Is it even possible to look that up during the game? I mean, I guess online, right? Play the Spire Beta. What do these do? Upgraded. It costs only 1, I see. Instead of 2. And Omega upgraded deals 60 instead of 50. Pretty weak, honestly. Anyway, we're not using those. I'm just, like, curious. I mean, I guess I could. I could shuffle a beta in, but I don't want to. I want to kill him in a turn, not in, like, 3 turns. Omniscience is great. So, how much block does he gain? It's like... I think I'm going to leave all of these cards on top. I don't need the Spirit Shield, but I want to make sure that Omniscience can still target my other Omniscience and my Lesson Learned. Because that should be like 60 damage from Lesson Learned, plus I get to double Wish. And then 24 here is 84, which I think kills him. So I just want to not draw any of my combo pieces. I want them to stay in the deck. To that end, Alpha? Sure. Reducing the chance. Because I might draw the Alpha next turn instead of whatever else I was going to draw. Alright, this works, right? Oh no, I have it here in hand! Arrgh! Is it lethal anyway? Doesn't look like it. Do I have any attacks in here? I have Ragnarok. But I gotta say, Omniscience on Ragnarok seems like it might kill him. Well, I could play it without Divinity, right? I think. Then it would do 50 damage. He's at 85. So I guess I do have a way to do all this. I just have to make sure I have the energy. So I play this. I wish for gold twice. And then I Ragnarok twice. He takes 50. He's at 35. Now I play Brilliance. He's like practically dead. And then I Blasphemy the Lesson Learned. I guess I could have asked, do I have a way to do this without... Well... I was like, could I not spend one of my omnisciences on Ragnarok? But there's no point. There's no other advantage I can gain from this combat besides spending one on Wish, right? Okay, I don't... Oh, I get to... It makes me choose both before it resolves either of them? That's interesting. There. 18 and 30, definitely enough. Alright, that doesn't help at all. I guess we're making these rare cards work. I said bad things about the deck, but maybe I should take them back. So... Ragnarok does... Well... If I had Omniscience up, this would do 15 5 times, which would be... 22 5 times, which would definitely kill him. What if I just play this? You take 35. You're currently at 85, so you would be at 50. And then Omniscience for Divinity and Lesson Learned? I don't get to Wish in that case. But I guess that's gonna have to be okay. We want to get stuff upgraded, I think. And stay at full health and all this good stuff. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, okay, maybe that's not so bad. Alright, a shop. Give me cards. Cards. Incense Burner. Oh my god. Dolly's Mirror on more Omnisciences. That's probably very good. Yes, I accept. And they're both upgraded, not that it matters. It does matter actually, because if I upgrade an unupgraded card, that's another thing Lesson Learned will upgrade, even though it won't matter. So we want to hit an upgraded one, but they're both upgraded. And I think Incense Burner is still very good. Like, I'm getting a lot of relics, and therefore I don't like need more, but this is a really good one. Maybe I could just take like a Sash Whip plus. Reduce incoming damage, and also make it like a little bit possible to deal damage other than through Lesson Learned and Divinity, so I can set that up better. Yeah, I'll take it. It's even on sale. No need for the boot. And I think we should remove a card. Like probably Master Reality would be one reasonable choice. We could remove Establishment Plus, but I don't think it's so bad. Because it can, like, ugh. I mean, an innate card that we usually don't want to play kind of sucks, right? But it can make Blasphemy cheaper. I don't know. Usually that's not much of a concern. We get the Blasphemy for free anyway. So there's a bunch of junk in this deck, but I think Establishment Plus is the worst junk, sadly. Just because it's innate. Nothing else is going to upgrade to being innate. So I can't, like, benefit by removing, say, an unupgraded card that will eventually become a big burden. Yeah, see you later. Is there any reason we would want to hang on to this? Any retained cards that we would be excited to pick up? Like, yeah, there are some, I guess. But we tried to end the combats pretty quickly. Just get out of here. This is a pretty big hand. So Omniscience, for Omniscience, I get to play 2 cards twice. One of them is Omniscience, now I get to play 3 cards twice. Anything from my deck, 3 cards twice. How do I time this so that I get my upgrades? Sadly, I already have both Lesson Learned and Wish in hand, so I can't play either of them twice. There's no way to discard them. I mean, obviously, like, Ragnarok Blasphemy is too much damage. This is so complicated. What if I just, like... How much is this tripled? 45, right? Because they're vulnerable already? And so 3 of those... would guaranteed hit each monster, 1 monster twice and 1 monster once, right? Now it could hit this guy 3 times and kill him. But in any case, there will be enough, the monsters left will be weak enough that a single Lesson Learned would kill them, or a Lesson Learned plus Sash Whip. And I'll have the energy for that. So, I think we have Omniscience for Blasphemy and the card I was just looking at. Crush Joints. And I think that's all we need. We don't really want anything else. I guess I have cards that reward me for playing other cards, so I should, I don't know, Third Eye or something? Evaluate. So I'm playing this twice now. For the first one, I choose Omniscience. Now I have 3 left. 1, 2, 3. For some reason I thought we were playing that. No, that's right. That works out. This is still a kill here. This is still a kill there. That was the idea. You take the gold. Oh, I don't get rewarded for playing skills, only attacks. And I didn't want to play another attack, because it might have accidentally won the combat. So a Sash Whip here. I'm dead. I thought that was going to kill him. I thought it did 60, but it doesn't. Alright, let's draw an attack. Made a mistake there, missed an upgrade, and spent a potion for no reason. Well, not no reason. Yeah, because if I'd realized this, I could have, like, played one more attack with my Omniscience. Alright, I didn't die, but it's important to count when you're playing with Blasphemy. I can't see any reason not to open this. Oh, Toke might be a lot better than Smith, right? We have so many bad cards. Like... I mean, Master Reality is just awful. Judgment, arguably even worse. Because you might draw it twice, whereas, like, at least with Master Reality, you can play it and it's gone. I don't know. I mean, Judgment, it can do something, right? It can kill an enemy that's at low health. Master Reality really only helps with alpha, which I guess is not nothing. The one card I guess we've never wanted to play has been Conjure Blade, and I don't think that's going to change, so get out of here. Okay, this looks like it ought to be lethal. We have Omniscience. That's about... and we haven't drawn any of the combo pieces. So... how do we do sufficient damage? How much would, like... double Ragnarok in Divinity? How much would that be? A single Ragnarok... a single Ragnarok in Divinity is a lot. So I guess that's not very clear. We did the math on it before, right? Because it was 15 plus 22 times 5. It's 110 to play it once in Divinity, which is perfect, but we can't do that. We can only play it twice, which would... okay, we could do that out of Divinity, for example. And then it would be 7 times 5, 35. Times 2 is 70. That would leave this guy at 51. And Omnisciencing the lesson learned would be lethal then, right? Playing it once would do only 45, but playing it twice would do 90. So I think that's the plan. We Omniscience our 2 Omnisciences, which gets us up to 3 cards played from the deck. One of them is a Ragnarok, then a Divinity, then a Lesson Learned. That gets the upgrade. The question is, could we wish instead of one of those plays? Maybe, for example, we wouldn't need Divinity if we used one of our 2 wishes on Strength. That seems promising. Right, if we gain 4 Strength, then Ragnarok would be doing 9 plus 50%, which is 13 times 5, which is 65 times 2. It's 130. That's too much. Okay, so we could then instead Ragnarok twice, which was 70. The enemy now has 51 remaining. And we can play 2 more cards. Twice each. Obviously, Divinity Lesson Learned does it. But what about Wish for Strength and then double Lesson Learned? Lesson Learned is doing like 15 if we're not in Divinity, right? If we upgrade it, it's doing 21. Playing it twice still doesn't work. So I don't think we can get away with a Wish if we want to win this turn. Yeah. And you could try to mix in Brilliance Plus, like, while in Divinity to do more damage than Ragnarok, I think. But if you do that, you're, like, still not making it possible to play Wish, because you're playing Brilliance Plus and Divinity and Lesson Learned, and you don't have any cards left other than that. So I think we just have to take the upgrade. No gold. Trying to get through this turn and do it like next turn is not appealing because we'll have fewer Omnisciences in deck at that point. There's no way to draw usefully. Yeah, let's just do this. Omniscience for 1 Omniscience, first of which goes to Ragnarok. Then the other one goes on Omniscience. And just like double checking, we can't quite do it with a Ragnarok. Wait, I mean, Lesson Learned is 15. It's not 45. So we could double it and it would do 30, right? It's doing 15. When we double it, it'll be 30. If we made it instead do 19 with 1 Wish for Strength, we could double it and it would do 38. That's still not enough. Okay, that's what I thought. So give me this. And this. Okay. A retain damage card is pretty good, I think. Because it might help you get the math right for Divinity nonsense. Pretty sure removing a card is good. Master Reality still does nothing. Okay, Anchor is fine. Ah, there's so many of these little dudes that I can't guarantee Omniscience hits what I want it to. Except, joke's on you, Conclude kills them all, and I don't have Omniscience this turn anyway. On the other hand, I won't have Lesson Learned next turn. 10, 16... My cards are so expensive, but I guess I have 5 energy for T-set reasons? So... I can block, and still conclude. Might as well play this first in case the scry changes my decision, but it shouldn't. Honestly, drawing attacks is fine. I'd prefer to draw Omniscience, but this is okay. Oh, I had more energy. Funny, but I couldn't use it that turn because of ending my turn. Alright, this is fine. I get all my Omnisciences, which I can use on like Wish, or sorry, yeah, double Wish, and then play some attacks. I don't have any retain attacks, so... Oh, I do! I have Windmill Strike. Trying to see if I can, like, arrange to keep lethal in my hand in case I need to use it, but still retain the possibility of fishing for lesson learned. So what's Omniscience here for? Omniscience and Wish. And I think Ragnarok for 50 is goodish? And then I should be able to do like a reasonable amount of damage to follow up. So do I want to Omniscience anything else? Not really. Let's hang on to the other one to help me hit Lesson Learned next turn. There's a lot of sound effects. Yeah. Just hit this guy a bit. Alright, and now we can Omniscience the Lesson Learned. But we may as well get in another attack or two for Nunchuck's reasons. I didn't notice how expensive that was. Good thing I can still afford the Omniscience. Nah. I don't really need any evaluates. Shop, please. Ooh. That's probably really good. Yeah, that's excellent. I mean, it's more things that I have to upgrade, but I have Lesson Learned going pretty fast. And with Orichalcum, that basically gives me a completely free pass to stall for a turn anytime I want. I don't get to add many cards to my deck. I don't think this one's going to pay off. Some decks would be fine. Secret Technique? That would be cute for if there's a card that I want to play once instead of twice. Or just to fish up one of my Omnisciences or something, if I happen to draw none of them. I don't need any of these potions. Oh, that doesn't cost 0 because of Snecko Eye, but I think it's still good. Maybe not as good, though. Reach Heaven. I don't know. Do I have Molten Egg or something? I do. Okay. I don't think the shop cards are ever upgraded for any other reason other than egg cards. Oh yeah, this is probably pretty bad since the card you draw doesn't cost 0 either. I think I'll just leave. I don't need to remove cards. I have plenty of token, I think. I'll just save money for buying more good ones. Okay. I mean, what do I want Omniscience for exactly? What I want to do is get them both to low enough health somehow that I can kill them with an Omniscient Lesson Learned. I'm pretty sure we want to play this Apparition. Omniscient Crush Joints could be a thing. They're already vulnerable, I guess. How much total damage is an Omniscient Ragnarok in Divinity, let's say? We've calculated this before, and I keep forgetting. One in Divinity, just without even being doubled, is 110. And so, if you play it twice, it's 220. These guys don't have that much health, so that would, like, murder them both. But I think if we, like, Omniscience for Divinity and for Ragnarok, that would be 110, right? No, it would be 220. Okay. And I can't just draw the Ragnarok, right? And play it once, which is what I would like to do. Secret Technique does not help with that. I could just play it once. What if I were to Omniscience for Secret Technique? Drawing Omniscience and Blasphemy. Then I could control a little bit better when I play them. I guess the other point is, I could just play the Ragnarok twice. And it would do 35 damage twice. That might hit you both times, which would be a slight problem. Because then you would have, like, a lot of health, right? But even if that happens, a double Omniscient Lesson Learned, or a double Divine Lesson Learned, whatever, still does 90 damage. So I think that just works, right? Omniscience for Ragnarok, then Divinity, then Lesson Learned. Wait, that's too many cards. No, it's not. Good work. Secret Technique for Divinity? For Omniscience right there? I can't play it if I do that. But I can just do that and then Vault. And then I'll have it next turn. Do I want it next turn? There's some value in having it in the deck, right? I don't want to double draw. And my odds of drawing one of them are fairly high, so maybe I just don't do that. Just give me an insight so I can draw it if I need to. Maybe I should have scribed first, actually. Great. I'll take it. I guess it's not perfect because Ragnarok is in hand, but likewise Wish. But I get the Omniscience to go off, and that's what counts. So this costs 0, and that's pretty cool. Another advantage of not fishing it up with Secret Technique is Snecko, I guess, to hit it. So we could Blasphemy first. And then Ragnarok. That deals a total of 150 damage. These guys have less health than that. So probably we don't want to do that. No, it does 75. This does 25 times 3. 75. They might very well both live. And if they don't, you know, who cares? Blasphemy, Ragnarok, Wish, Omniscience for stuff. Good. You're both still with us. Is there anything else I need to play twice? No. I'm happy to see those upgraded. Not that it's super important since we don't make it very many turns, but still fine to have them stick around. I mean, Judge doesn't really do anything. Spirit Shield usually doesn't do anything. I have so much intangibility, actually. Maybe I get rid of Spirit Shield. I don't know. I think maybe just don't get rid of anything. Upgrade Lesson Learned so it's a little bit easier to do all this shenanigans. Is there any reason I would rest? I don't have like Dreamcatcher or anything, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, Mawbank's used up, sure. If you upgrade this, it does 13, which is a nice improvement. I don't know. I mean, you could certainly toke things. There are cards I don't want. Judgment. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I think, by the way, like bosses we fight with Alpha, Omega, and so on, right? Rather than trying to kill them with the same combo, it's just like too hard. I honestly I don't want to toke anything. I might make some use of Judgment in the Collector fight. I don't know. I've basically never played it, right? And in the Collector fight, don't they usually have a little more than 40 health? I don't know. It could be useful in the future. I'm just going to upgrade Lesson Learned, and I think that should be good enough. Ragnarok upgrade would obviously be a lot more damage, but we want to make sure we can actually get upgrades all the time. Oh, I have Akabeko now. That's going to make things more complicated, isn't it? This isn't even the Collector. Okay. I mean, I'm noticing that I have a pretty good starting hand. Could I kill him? This deals 13 because of Akabeko, so it would be 39, which plus half of that is 19, so it would be 58 times 5? What is 58 times 5? 290? Yeah. So this would do 290 if I just played it once in Divinity. Right? And then I get to play 3 cards from my deck twice each while in Divinity. It seems like there ought to be enough here, right? Because after doing 290, his total health is just 130. Yeah, this should do it. It's fine on energy. I have plenty. Cost me a total of 5, and I have like 9 or something. So if I have to come up with 130 damage, and I'm finishing with Lesson Learned, which deals 39 plus half again is 38 again. No. 39 and 19 is 58. Is that the same amount that this was doing? Am I crazy? No, yeah, they both... Ah. This is helped by Akabeko. The other one isn't. That's why they match up when normally they don't. Okay. So, 290. You're at 130. This is... Sorry. Where did it go? This is 58. You could play it twice. Which would be 116. So, we're like 4 damage shy. We have to find a card that does less damage than Lesson Learned to play first. I choose Windmill Strike. So the 3 cards from my deck that I wish to play are Divinity, Wish... No, Divinity I'm already playing. Wish, Windmill Strike, Lesson Learned. Wish. Windmill Strike. Lesson learned. It worked. We got him. I think that's worth points. There's an achievement for killing a boss in 1 turn, right? Or not an achievement, but a score bonus. I don't think we need Ancient Potion, whereas Flex could be really useful. Pass. Black Star? There's not that many elites. Oh, the bell, right? I have Omamori? I could take some extra strength, or just the energy relic. I have so many relics, and on very rare occasions, I might care about how much energy I have. And in that case, Philosopher's Stone would be nice. But I'm kind of thinking about that bell. Like, I have a ton of relics. I should get to 25, right? 5, 10, 15, 24. Yeah, we're already there. So, we don't need that to get the I Like Shiny achievement. Or Shiny, or whatever it's called. I think it's called I Like Shiny. And I don't really need Black Star. Like, I'm getting tons of basic relics anyway. I think it's... The energy relic helps us deal with Sneko Eye. I don't know. Like, we might sometimes be unable to play all the cards we want to play, right? It happens occasionally. So I'll take this. It's been a while since the enemies took a turn, so I'm not too worried about them getting strength. I don't really have a lot of powers that I play ever, so this is fine. We can only manage 2 elites, and to do so you have to get to here. Which means one of these 2 elites. And I guess you want this shop? Okay. This looks like lethal, right? We drew Omniscience. That's really all there is to it. So... The first Lesson Learned will do extra damage because of Akabeko, but the second won't. So... 8 additional. I thought they nerfed it to 7? I guess it used to be 9, they nerfed it to 8. But that was a long time ago. So 8 means instead of 21... So instead of 13, it would be 21, right? Where's Lesson Learned? Here it is. Yeah, 21 plus half is 31. Oh, we're tripling it first though, right? 21, 61. Yeah, so just lesson learned all by itself wins. Therefore, we go for the wish, divinity. And then lesson learned. I've already chosen blasphemy. I've already chosen wish. This is why I always, I don't know, I learned this from Dominion, and I didn't do it this time, but I have been most of the time. If you're playing a bunch of, like, throne rooms, which is basically what Omniscience is here, if you just play, like, 5 throne rooms in a row, which doubles, it's like, play a card twice, then, and your first action is, I play another card twice, and your next action is, I play another card twice. It can be a little bit tricky to remember how many you have, and sometimes people build trees out of these. Usually you can make it simpler by just playing a throne on a throne. Now it's like, okay, I have 2 to play. I'll play one other action, and then I'll play another throne room. And now I still have 2 to play. Play another action, play another throne room. I try to do that with Omniscience usually so that I don't get confused about how many are left. Okay, I have Omniscience. You know, I don't think opponents have even attacked me while Apparition has been up. Maybe they have. But that was that one turn when I, like, Incense Burner went off, and then I played Apparition, and, like, I won the combat next turn, so the Apparition didn't actually help. But it's still been, like, fine. So this is... Oh, I have Lesson Learned in hand, huh? Ragnarok. It's doing 13 times 5. If we Omniscienced it, it would be 39. Sorry, if we Divinity. 39 times 5. I mean, that's almost lethal, right? But the problem is we play it twice. If we Divinity it, right? Or Omniscience it. So... Wait. Yeah, I mean, playing this Omniscient 39 times 5 is... well, going to kill at least one of them. But if I play it twice, it definitely kills them all, which I prefer to avoid. But I suppose my deck is already mostly upgraded cards, and I can always lesson learn later, right? Trying to manage it against Darklings is just a big hassle. Let's just take Blasphemy, Wish, and Ragnarok, and settle for that. Oops, but Omniscience first, of course. Blasphemy. Wish, and Ragnarok. Oh! I guess I somehow thought 58 was less than the amount of health they had, but it was more. Okay, sure. Thanks for the meal ticket. Not that it matters. Start each combat in calm. I mean, fine. None of these attacks really are any good. Wallop could help in some situations. In the case where for some reason I can't win on the next turn and I want to block a little, Wallop would be nice. I'm not hitting any more shops probably, right? Yeah. So I might as well just spend everything. My potions are great. Yeah. Actually, gain 1 ritual kind of sucks. Because combats tend to last for like 1 turn. An energy potion might be better insurance against the vagaries of chance. It would be okay on the final boss. Like, we might gain some strength. The final boss is tough because you can't just win in one turn. It does have to be at least 2. And our deck is not really set up to play 2 turns. So maybe a cultist potion is okay. Let me just buy, like, all the relics. Can I afford that? 550? I can't. I have to choose one to not take. I mean, Pet Nib is bonkers. Artifact could help. I think Calm is not that important, because the only way out of Calm is to use Blasphemy, which usually gives us enough energy anyway. So let's take these 2. We could add Smites to hand as a way to, like, live through longer combats. But... or to, like, have a way to add more damage, you know. But this will upgrade to being innate, which I don't really want, I think. It's just not that exciting. I think let's just get rid of Devotion. Go this way. For more fights. Alright, this should be over. I have Divinity in hand, actually, which is a little bit of an awkward place for it. I mean, I can just play it if I want, that's fine. But I can't play it in the middle of my Omniscience chain. So lesson learned right now. I still have no strength, I just have vigor. So lesson learned is doing 21, the first one. Tripled is 63, plus vulnerable is 94? That seems like a pretty bad number, actually. Because then the second one is doing only 13, 39, 58. 94 and 58. It's not enough. It looks like enough, but he has Malleable. And if you play another attack first, then suddenly we won't get the vigor for lesson learned. But I guess that's fine. We would get the vigor for that other attack. So maybe what I can do is Blasphemy, Windmill Strike. Right? This will deal... what is this? 54 plus 27. 81. Yes, that makes sense. That would deal 81. And then... we could do 58 twice. That should be plenty. Yes, looks good. So give me the Omniscience for Wish. We're probably not hitting any shops, but I still want all the gold. There's nothing else to do. Then another Omniscience for good measure. Lesson... oops. There we go. Lesson learned is lethal, but just in case it wasn't, we finish with Ragnarok. Frozen egg, very funny. So now how do we do it? if this were played twice in Divinity, I always forget the numbers. So it would be 21, 63, 94. 94 and then like 54 or something, right? 94 and 58? I don't know, it's not enough. Yeah, 94 and 58, that's right. So what I can do instead, I think, is... Oh, I can't play this twice. It's in my hand. Omniscience for Divinity, Wish, and an attack. What if I take Ragnarok without Divinitying it? And play it twice. As my first attack. Then it's doing 13 plus half of that is 19 times 10, 190. That's too much. So I can't afford to omniscience that at all. Well, I could, as long as I didn't omniscience it first, I guess. So what if we did, like, omniscience into, like, I don't know, Crush Joints, then Ragnarok, then Blasphemy. So Crush Joints would just do, like, 18, 27, and then 15. 27 and 15 is 42. Ragnarok would then deal a mere 70. That's 112. Then we have like Divinity and Sash Whip and Lesson Learned to finish it off, right? So that seems like a good plan. It means I'm not wishing? Wishing is probably more important than getting the upgrade, isn't it? Like, my whole deck is upgraded, pretty much. I'm missing Ragnarok, Scrawl, Evaluate, couple apparitions, and the Secret Technique. We can probably get all that by the end of the act. Okay, so let's just, get the kill a different way. There's probably some clever way to do it that involves a wish as well, but I didn't see it. I played all the omnisciences first here for no particular reason. But we have like super lethal damage here. Where's Ragnarok? Skill potion, probably no good. Going this way, we do get another shop. I thought we didn't. Oh yeah, we're coming up here. Okay. Oh, we also have smithing, I guess. I think we just toke a judgment. Evaluate's bad as well. But on occasion, we have a reason to play it and put an insight into the deck, and at least it pays for itself that way. Judgment never does. Evaluate isn't upgraded. We could save ourselves an upgrade on that, but I don't think it really matters. There's no reward for having only upgraded cards or anything. Okay, it's very useful to kill this guy on the first turn. I have not drawn my Omniscience, but I do have a Scrawl and a ton of very cheap cards. Let's play this first. Well... I mean, obviously we can draw an Omniscience, and that's great. I'm annoyed that Ragnarok and Lesson Learned would be in my hand instead of my deck at that point. I don't really want Deus Ex, probably. I should have enough energy since I have 6 already. I don't really want Apparition. And the question is, do I want to draw these? I think I do. Rather than discard them. So we go like this. And then we want to draw exactly 3 cards off the scroll, which is actually impossible already, right? So this. So I want to make sure the rest of the Omnisciences are still in the deck. Now I'll have 6 cards left. Wait. Oh, interesting. I was relying on the counters, and it's already countered for the fact that Third Eye is not in my hand anymore. So I actually have 7 cards. When I play Scrawl, I'll have 6, and I'll draw 4 more, and I want it to be these 4. Everything except Deus Ex. And then I can play a big Omniscience and figure something out. Okay. Now this does 19 times 5. How much is that? It's 95. That seems pretty good. We should be able to work out lethal after that somehow. This is 19. If I played it in Divinity, it would be plenty, right? Yeah, it's around 60. 57, I guess. So, we just need to Omniscience for Wish and Divinity. I guess a better play would have been to turn on Nunchucks or something. I guess I'll take that. Don't really need an energy potion. I could have bought one before if I wanted it. This is cute. It draws cards. And that might help me get to an Omniscience when I don't have one yet. I'll go for it. Well, not using that gold for anything else. Sure. Make him weak on turn 1. Why not? Regal Pillow. Incredible. Oh, secret technique for Omniscience. It's coming true. And I think this might be the time we can actually afford to Ragnarok early without killing him. Is that true? A Divine Ragnarok is doing 5 plus 8 is 13. Tripled is 39. Times about 10 is 390. I guess it just kills them all by itself. No, it's not about 10. Because not all of it does has Akabeko. Ugh, it's so fiddly. Like, because this guy gets slow as well, right? So if we pick up the Omniscience, this is like very unpleasant actually, because I have to do all the math, including like 10% stuff in my head. I don't get any help. I mean, I think if I just like play the Wish, play 3 Omnisciences for Divinity and Ragnarok, that like should just kill him. I don't get the upgrade, but it's better to get to like not have to do that math. I don't care about the upgrade that much. And it may seem a little bit like, oh no, what if you miss? But like, we're only missing by going over. We are not going to miss by going under. Because we have another card left to do damage with as well. And all this slow is stacking up. What's my biggest attack? I think it's Wheel Kick. Yeah. So I think that the Ragnarok just killed him. Oh yeah, it did like over 600 damage. Just the first play of it was doing 600 damage. The second was going to do a fair bit as well. Yeah, get out of here. Like I said, we weren't worried about going under. Lose Deva form? Deus Ex is actually like a net negative to draw sometimes. Let's get rid of that. Like, at least the Deva form only takes up one space in your hand. Alright, so this would be a great multiple lesson learned if we could do it. This guy has only 3 blocks, so even if we attack him twice accidentally, it's fine. What's the plan here? How do you manage to get... Well, hang on. If we triple this, it does like 90, right? About. So that can kill this guy. And then... Hmm. $28. How much does the divine lesson learned do? 39? But he's vulnerable, so it's actually more than that. It's like 58. Okay, so I think actually, I mean, we can play this just for good measure, but we don't need to. Energy cost could be a thing. I should be a little careful. I'm getting the energy from Blasphemy, and I have 5 already, so 2, 1, 2, that's 5. And I have plenty. Okay, so Windmill Strike here. Oh. Alright, tripling this is still enough. Good. Give me my Blasphemy. Here it is. Oh. I guess there's some danger that I draw cards that I wanted to Omniscience right now. If I do that, I'll still live. I just might not get as many upgrades. Ooh, Pen Nib, huh? Okay, so we Omniscience for Wish and Lesson Learned. Right? Yeah. Omniscience for Wish. And I will, just in case, play the other Omniscience. It's gone? Did I already play them all? Where is my Wish? Am I crazy? Where's my Lesson Learned? It's right here. Where's my Wish, though? Is it in my hand? Oh? Did I already wish at the beginning of the turn? I'm confused. Alright, whatever. Oh, I already, okay. I played it the normal way, and I got the way I said is supposed to stop me getting confused, and I got confused anyway. Well, we don't have the lesson learned right now. This does kill you. No, it doesn't. Great. Well, let's do this then. 132. And for the first time ever, Apparition does something. May as well power up Nunchucks. Oh yeah, the Apparitions is another reason that Philosopher's Stone is good. We can Omniscience only twice, but that's enough. I think. Oh yeah, Blasphemy's right here. Cool. So now, Lesson Learned is already lethal, so I can just Omniscience for Omniscience, and Wish, and Lesson Learned. Oh, there's my last skill upgraded. Do I have any more unupgraded cards? Any attacks or something? Alright, looks like we got there. Everything's upgraded. I can stop worrying about that now. I mean, a Divine Ragnarok would be pretty cool, right? It would be 45 plus their weak. Oh, it's 6 times. I thought it upgraded the damage, but it doesn't. Or it does. Maybe? Why is it doing 10 extra? How much strength do I have? 1. So I guess it does 6 times instead of 5 times. Okay, that makes sense. So anyway, this would be 45, and the fact that they're weak, or not weak, but vulnerable, yeah, this is fine. So we just double, we take Wish and Divinity, and I don't know, Spirit Shield, and then Ragnarok. Got him. I don't really need a fire potion. I might want some energy. Can't Smith. Don't really want a toke, I suspect. No, there's got to be something bad in here. Oh, I do have Dreamcatcher now. I could add a card. We've gotten rid of most of the really abysmal cards. We just have a bunch of like fairly inoffensive junk. Alpha, I don't know. I think we should rest. Try to add a 4th Omniscience or something. So remember we're gonna play this fight a little bit differently because we're gonna have to. You can't win this in one turn, and so Alpha, Beta, and Omega are probably a thing we're gonna do. How big is my deck? You get points for 35 or more, right? Mine is surely not that big. 27? Yeah. What would make the most difference in this fight? I don't think toking anything really helps that much. Let's just rest and see if we get anything amazing. Nope. Ooh, Alpha Beta's already... Alpha's in hand. I guess that's fine, right? I can play it once, shuffling a Beta into the deck. Then I can double play the Beta and double play both of its Omegas. That seems pretty good, right? Uses up all my Omniscience, but who cares? Let's drink the potions that are relevant, which I guess is this one. Probably this as well. I don't get any extra free block, do I? God, look at all these relics. Yeah. So we might need to do something to come up with some block here. We're being attacked for 15. Evaluate is enough. Okay. So I like that plan. Omniscience for Omniscience. One of them is Beta. The other is Omniscience. The Beta resolves, and then the other one goes off. I choose the Omegas. Oh, we are being attacked for a lot more, but I'm doing 200 damage every turn. Alright, I'm gonna have to pick up a skill, I guess. Or I could just vault, right? To avoid this damage. Where's Incense Burner? It's at 2, so it probably will never go off this fight. Just Secret Technique the Blasphemy so that I know I'll have it next turn. And then Vault? Or not next turn, but when I choose to kill him. I guess I can do a little damage first. And also shuffle an Insight in. Ah, I don't want to do any damage. I want to keep Akabeko alive. For a big Ragnarok, probably, right? Okay. I mean, we're likely to draw Ragnarok, but I guess we can influence the chances a little. I have no intangible, so playing this doesn't really do anything. Playing 2 of them would, but I don't know if I'm gonna draw one. I guess here's a way to find out. Okay. So I think what I should do, then, is, like, play my Insight. Ah. I don't really need the gold out of Wish, right? But also, I don't need 3 turns of Apparition. I don't need, like, any, really. So we do this to draw a Wish and an Apparition. And guarantee that we have as good a chance as possible of drawing Akabeko next turn. Now I'm invincible next turn for sure. I spent all my energy, but I can still Miracle the Wish. Okay. Guaranteed to have drawn that now that I think about it. So this is like over 100 already, isn't it? It's 102? So we won't even use the Omega to kill him. I guess it was, yeah, 102. I don't know. Cool. Well, I think we took like no damage from any combats, except maybe super early. Thought we would have gotten a better score than that, actually. Oh well. It's still fine. We didn't perfect one of the bosses. Which one? Oh, yeah, the first guy. Guardian. Because I spent my safety and stuff when I didn't need to. I'm not sure if that would have been enough. At least we championed all the elites, that's something. And once again, super, super close to hitting 2,000. I don't think you get 2 copies of it, but maybe you do. An alright score. How'd we do? 184th, but it's early still. You know, not great. You know, if I were really... to do well on the daily, you have to play it fast, because there's a big bonus for finishing quickly, and I just don't want to do that. I don't know, maybe I should, but I'm a slow player, and I always will be, and I talk about what I'm doing instead of just doing it. So, this is what we get. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.